The first thing Elara noticed was the silence. It pressed against her ears like water, acrer than the screams that had filled the air only hours before. The village of Thornwick lay in ruins, its thatched roofs collapsed into smoldering heaps, the air thick with the acrid stench of burning wood and something far worse, flesh. She crouched beneath the splintered remains of a wagon, her body curled tight, knees drawn to her chest, fingers digging into the cold, ash-dusted earth. Her breath came in shallow gasps, each one tasting of smoke and despair. The raiders had come at dusk, their torches cutting through the twilight like falling stars, and by the time the moon rose, Thornwick was no more. Her husband, Rowan, the gentle cooper who had once hummed lullabies while shaping oak staves into barrels, lay 20 paces away, an arrow jutting from his throat, his eyes staring sightlessly at the sky. Elara had no child, no kin, no coin. When the survivors, if there were any, gathered to count their losses, she would not be among them. She was a ghost already, a woman with no husband, no name, no place to go. The wagon above her creaked, a shard of wood shifting in the heat. She flinched, her heart lurching, but no footsteps followed. The raiders were gone, their laughter and hoofbeats fading into the night as they carried off what little the village had left to give. Elara waited, counting her heartbeats, until the silence grew so heavy it felt like a weight on her chest. Only then did she crawl out, her palms scraping against the grit, her torn skirt catching on a nail. The village square was a graveyard of shadows. Bodies lay where they had fallen, old Marta the baker, her apron still dusted with flour, young Willem, barely 12, clutching a pitchfork he'd never had the chance to raise, and Rowan, his blood pooling black in the moonlight. Elara's throat tightened, but no tears came. She had cried them all out when the first torch arced through the air and landed on the cooper's shop, their home, the place where she had once dreamed of a quiet life filled with the scent of fresh wood shavings and Rowan's soft songs. She stood, legs trembling, and took one step, then another. The ground was littered with debris, shattered pottery, a child's wooden doll, a single shoe. Her own shoes, thin-soled and worn from years of market trips, squelched in the mud. She didn't look back at Rowan. To look would be to collapse, and collapse meant death. The raiders might return, or wolves might come for the bodies, or the king's men might ride in to claim what was left. None of those fates belonged to her. She was done with Thornwick, done with the life she had known. South, she decided. South was away from the fire, away from the north where the raiders had vanished into the hills. South was a direction, and a direction was all she had. The road out of the village was a scar of ruts and hoofprints, churned by the raiders' horses. Elara followed it, her steps unsteady, her